Hi YouTube friends and vinyl community, it's Steph. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to continue on with my record purge series that I've been doing where I'm going through my record collection, selecting random albums in no particular order, and then deciding what I'm going to purge and what I'm going to keep. So I like most of my records, but I've collected some junk over the years, and I found that there's just some records that I like, but I don't listen to, and so they're taking up precious space, so I'm going to get rid of them. So I brought some notes today. I made some notes in case I go into a brain fog, which I do a lot lately, but that's okay. So let's get started. The first album is Imperial Bedroom by Elvis Costello. And this is from 1982. I really love this album. I love Elvis Costello. He has so many albums. On this album, my favorites are Almost Blue and Beyond Belief. And it's hard to listen to Almost Blue without getting a little tear in my eye. A lot of Elvis Costello's songs do that. Yeah, Elvis Costello and the Attractions. Imperial Bedroom is going to stay. And I really like the cover art. If you know anything about that, let me know. Pretty nice cover. Okay, keep pile. Next up is XTC, Drums and Wires. And I love this album so much. It's really popular for the song Making Plans for Nigel, but Helicopter is such a great song, and Reel by Reel, and When You're Near Me, I Have Difficulty. I love that song. So this is a Virgin Records release, and 1979, and I'm going to keep it. I really like XTC. And that also has a really cool cover, I think. So on that same theme, and let's see, who is this person that's in Shriekback? Barry Andrews. Okay, he was in XTC, I learned, and he was like with them, I think their first two albums, and he played keyboards for them. And then he formed this band called Shriekback, and I love Shriekback. They're kind of alternative. They got a little bit of a gothy vibe to them. This is a single. It's a 45 lined up, and it's really good. It's got good synths, it's good dance music, some funky bass sounds, and so I'm gonna keep this one. I think I have heard several Shriekback albums, and I don't think there's one that I haven't liked so far, so like Shriekback. Here's another keeper. This is Yachts, and they are power pop from the 80s. It's a Polydor release. The first time I heard of this band was Semaphore Love, and I believe it was on a compilation. It might have been a Stiff compilation. And I really like that song. And I never really thought much about them until a friend of mine years ago introduced me to this album, and I fell in love with this album. And I Can't Stay Long is such a good song, and Suffice to Say is such a good song. I mean, a lot of these songs on this album are good, and I think you should check it out if you're into power pop and you haven't heard of them. This is a white label promo. Yachts, SOS. Keeping it. Okay, next. And I almost lost my notes here. Lee Dorsey, Night People. Okay, this is a pretty good album, and Night People is a good song, and there's some, good funky songs on here. Keep On Doing It to Me, I like that one. This is pretty good soul R&B, but I don't listen to it very much. I know I played Night People once at a gig that I was doing, and it sounded really good, playing loud over the speakers, but I don't think I'm ever going to play it again. So I'm going to get rid of this one. This is ABC Records. Sorry, Lee Dorsey. I think you're very talented, but I just don't listen to it. Okay, next. Swing Out Sister. And this is called It's Better to Travel. And this is kind of jazzy pop, if you haven't heard of them. And they're known for their song Breakout, which was just hugely popular in the 80s. And I love that song. It's a great song. That's why I bought this album. But I don't need to keep this album. I can just pull it up and listen to it online when I get in the mood, which is rarely. So, okay, here's another one I'm getting rid of, and this is Sting. And this has some songs on it that are kind of slow moving. Russians, Gabriel's Message, Burn For You Live. And this is off the album that's called The Dream of the Blue Turtles, which I think someone in the VC just recently shared. And I mean, I like that album a lot. It's got If You Love Someone, Set Them Free, which is such a great song, and some other great songs on it. But these songs are just too slow moving, too slow, too sad sounding, and I can't do it. So goodbye, Sting. Next, I was kind of on the fence about this because it's such a cool sounding record, and it's 60s. The Monkees, it's Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Ltd. And you know, I appreciate it. It's from 1967. It's got a very heavy hippie vibe. And I like the Monkees, but I think maybe I like their later stuff more. They're more rock and roll sounding stuff. So I'm going to get rid of this Monkees album. And so there it goes. Okay. Screaming Blue Messiahs. And this is called Bikini Red. And I'm going to keep this one. I like this album. This is alternative rock. And it's from 1987. And I think this song is known for I Want to Be a Flintstone, which is a fun song. It's got like little clips from the Flintstones in it. And also Jesus Chrysler Drives a Dodge. That's a really good song. Lie Detector is a good song. It's a pretty good album, so I'm going to keep it. Keeping the Screaming Blue Messiahs. Okay. I mean, how many times do you see this in the thrift shop? This is Phoebe Snow, and this the big hit on here was Poetry Man, and I think I read that in 1974 it was number 5 on the top 100 Billboard charts, and it's a good song, and she's a really great singer, Phoebe Snow. And but I'm not going to keep this. You could see it's got the little Licorice Pizza record store sticker on it, which is cool. So I might take this off for the sticker and get rid of the record, add it to the collection of others in the thrift shop. No offense if you're into the Phoebe Snow. I'm just not that heavily into folk music, and so, or that type of music. Next, Confidential Affair, and this is Harvey Scales, and I don't know too much about him. I listened to it, it's pretty good. But not a keeper, and I didn't like it enough to keep it. And this is just 80s soul R&B, and it's going. Confidential Affair. Sorry, Harvey. Next, Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. I recently acquired this. I'm not going to get rid of it. This is great. This is good stuff, and it's got a really cool cover. It has all the hits on it. I'm 18, Isn't My Body? I love that one. School's Out. No More Mr. Nice Guy, $1 Billion Babies, Teenage Lament, Muscle of Love. I'm keeping this. I saw him a couple years ago, and he was awesome. He doesn't disappoint. Alice Cooper. Okay. Jonathan Richman. Back in Your Life. This is really good. I like this. It's really quirky. You know, he's alternative rock. This is from 1979. This has Party in the Woods Tonight, which is a really cute song. My Love is a Flower Just Beginning to Bloom. Abdul and Cleopatra, She's Gonna Respect Me. That's a good one. This is pretty silly and quirky, but I like Jonathan Richman a lot, and so I'm going to keep it. Berkeley Records. Okay, George Shearing with Orchestra and Choir, Concerto for My Love. It's a pretty foxy looking lady on the cover. I like her hair. I believe this is jazz. and I like jazz, but I don't like this album enough to keep it. Portrait of Jeannie, In the Mood for Love. Answer me, my love. I wish you love, love letters. There's lots of love going on. Love child. Love, love be mine. It's going. So goodbye. Okay, next. The English beat. What is the English beat? Okay. Greatest hits. This is what this is. Mirror in the Bathroom, Tears of a Clown, I Can't Get Used to Losing You, Save It for Later, Best Friend, I Confess, Too Nice to Talk to, Stand Down Margaret. There's so many good songs on here. And yes, you can see I paid $15 for that at a swap meet. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I wanted it. Okay, keeping that one. Next, Romantic Bells of Stone Mountain, Herbie Koch. And this has a lot of covers on it. There are actually bells on this album and a lot of synthesizers and acoustic guitar. This isn't my jam, so I'm not keeping this, but I like the cover. It's nostalgic looking, retro looking. So that one's gonna go. I'm sorry to say I only have one more left, and I'm gonna keep this. I think this is good to have around for a dance party. This is Donna Summer, I should say. Greatest Hits on the Radio, volumes 1 and 2. She's pretty foxy. She looks like a badass on the back of this cover. I like that hat. So this is Casablanca, and on the radios on here, I Feel Love, Hot Stuff, Bad Girls, all the hits. Keeping this one. And so I got rid of quite a few, I'd say. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got rid of 8. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. That's all for today. I'll be back soon with another video. I might start going through my CD collection. I think that would be fun. And that's it. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.